This is verse 27 of the 16th chapter of the Gospel of John, in which Jesus is continuing to assure his disciples of his ongoing presence with them through the Parakletos, through the Holy Spirit, and now continues to give even more extravagant promises of the great benefits that flow to them, including the love that the Father himself has for them, which becomes the justification for why they can ask things directly of the Father, and that Christ in his intercessory role really gives them this immediate access into the very presence of God and the ability to address God as their Father. And that's really the force of what's going on here, and we see this ongoing idea. Autos is the intensive use of the third-person pronoun. So usually it's translated by some kind of reflexive pronoun. Himself would be the idea. So ho, the article here, ho pater, the Father, and then the intensive autos, the Father himself, is the idea that the way that be rendered. Gar, the postpositive, so for the Father himself. Phile, from phileo, contract verb, means to love, and to love in the sense of a filial kind of love, a love of affection, a love of reciprocity, as opposed to agape, which is more what I call cold-blooded love, love that depends entirely on the character of the lover, as opposed to the relative lovability of the one who is being loved. But now we have this kind of warm and affectionate idea of love. So the Father himself loves. This is the third-person singular, present active indicative. Humas, loves you, the disciples. The direct object of the verb, this is the second-person pronoun, the accusative plural. The Father himself loves you. Why? Hoti, because, the conjunction here, humes, added now for emphasis, because you, the second-person nominative plural pronoun, because you, and then to add emphasis up front, you, me, and then pephelekata. Pephelekata, this is from, again, phileo. It's the same verb as we have here. The Father himself loves you, second person plural, perfect active indicative. And we have then the additional conjunction pepistukata. This is the same idea. It's in the perfect, so it's the second person plural, perfect active indicative, because you have loved me and believed in me. That's why the Father loves you. He loves you because of your connections to me. And the reason that you have loved Christ, idea, hoti once again, because ego, the first person pronoun, I, para, preposition means with, in the sense of alongside of, because I, from, to, included in some manuscripts, from the God. Ex aelthon, this is the word ex erkomai, means to come forth, to come out. This is the first person singular aorist active indicative, because I, from the side of the Father, you might say, came out. So you have loved me, you have believed in me, because from the Father I came, and it's that precise reason that now gives rise to the love of the Father for you. All of this, of course, within the broader context of Christ choosing them and awakening within them this love for God through Christ. And so all of this becomes the reason that they are going to enjoy the great benefits that flow to them by virtue of their ministry for Christ and their connections with Him.